What's up everyone, Max Tech Toy Box here doing a unboxing and review video. Just going to combine these together of the Misfit Vapor 2. So this is a typo, as you guys see. It says 36mm display smartwatch. I was just doing, I started recording this video and I saw that on the box and I was like, wait, pretty sure I ordered the 46mm version. And lo and behold, as you guys can see here, it says 46mm case. And then I was like, okay, so did they just send me the wrong one? Misfit does not make a 36mm case. So that's just a typo that they have on screen, because here, as you guys can see, we pull it up, they only have a 41 and a 46mm option. So I don't know how many of these Misfit made where they mislabeled the case. Don't know, but anyway, so let's go ahead and do this initial unboxing. So here, activity tracking, heart rate, notifications. This does run Wear OS. Sort of been on the fence about Wear OS. I feel like Wear OS should be a lot better than the way that it actually is. You guys, a couple of years ago, I did a review of the Polar M600 smartwatch and fitness tracker. And at that point in time, it was hands down the best activity tracker I felt like you could have. But it's been 2 years and it's been stagnant. So over the course of 2 years, Wear OS just, it's been stagnant. It hasn't been doing what I feel like it should be doing in order to push the limits of making it just a better operating system. So, but we'll see here how the Misfit Vapor 2 works. So this does use 20mm straps to change, and I did get a couple of those. So we will check those out. So let's see, how do we need to unbox this? I must get a knife. Okay, so got the knife. That top and the bottom. Think it'll just slide, yeah. So it does. Misfit, more company branding. Nice little pouch here. It's nice. Nice pizzazz flavor. Whoa. So this is a nice face. This is 46mm. Oh, you can see my reflection in there. Hey guys. It's a nice big round face, which I like. I have no qualms about that. And this is the charger or charging dock. Pogo pins. I wish it was just Qi charging, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I did a video a couple of years ago about the Misfit Vapor 1. I thought it was a pretty okay smartwatch, but I felt like it was lacking in terms of fitness tracking activities. However, with Wear OS and updates that have happened, Wear OS is a better fitness tracker. So I will probably track a couple of activities using Misfit's built-in tracking system, and then I also use Wear OS and let you guys know how it works. I will use this for about a week or two and see how that works. So I did get this for $229. Sorry, no. So the 46mm version sells right now for $269.99, just so you guys know. Is there a difference in price between the 41 and the 46? No, they're both $269.99. They have a couple of cool colors. I decided to go with this one. I really like the gold and blue, but they didn't have that gold and blue color in 46mm, and I wanted to get the largest possible watch face. So the next time you guys see me, I will have reviewed this. So hold on to your seats. What's up, everyone? This is Max Tech Toy Box here, signing on to do a video review of the Misfit Vapor 2. So out the gate, just gonna go ahead and say this ain't it, Chief. I really wanted to give this a try, and I really wanted to like this watch, but it's really hindered by Wear OS, unfortunately. So before I go into that, I guess let me just go ahead and say, this does retail for $249.99. This is the 46mm version. They do have a 41mm version, which is a little bit smaller. The 41 and the 46mm version both retail for $249.99, and they have a couple of different options in terms of colors. So it's nice that they offer different colors, different sizes, for, you know, their audience, and that's nice because there's some customizability. Also, there's this thing called My Misfit where you can actually personalize and change. I think you can mismatch bands with the color of the body, so that's cool. It's nice. And I'm 95% sure that Misfit is owned by Fossil, so some imaginary competition there. But so starting off looking at this device, it really is a beautiful device. It looks great. I'm a big fan of big watch faces, and round watch faces. I really do like them. They look great on the wrist, and I have a fairly large wrist. I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like with mine. So the look, it looks really good. The feel of these straps though, very Misfit Vera reminiscent, which is not a good thing. I don't know why these straps are so cheaply made, or why they feel like hard plastic. So it looks really good on my wrist, that large watch face. I like it. No complaints there, but this is like a cheap, not even, it looks like leather, but it's not. It feels like somewhere between like pleather and plastic. I don't know. So like I said, look wise, aesthetically looks great. This does have a heart rate sensor, of course, so you can track your workouts. It's made by Misfit. However, they've foregone the use of their anything really to do with Misfit besides like the clock face. All activity tracking is done via Google Fit, which is a little weird. So there's no Misfit fitness tracking app for this watch. With the Misfit Vapor 2 there was. You guys can go back and check out that review where I sort of lamented over the fact that they didn't have enough activity tracking. I think it was like 4 things that they had, which, you know, if you're going to be a fitness tracker, you need to have more than just 4 exercises that you can track with your watch or activity tracker. By them opening it up and bringing it so that Google Fit is now the mainstay or the way that you can track your activities, that's a plus. However, it's really hindered because this optical based heart rate monitor is not that good, like at all, in comparison to the Fitbit Versa, the Fitbit Ionic that I recently reviewed. Even the but the Galaxy Watch Active is better than that, and I would say even the Samsung Galaxy Watch, which out of all of the ones I just named in terms of fitness tracking and heart rate tracking, is probably lower on the totem pole, and I would say that one is a step above this one. With working out, running the treadmill, this was I would say stable in that it always showed a result. There was always a number being indicated on the heart rate monitor, but it wasn't, so I would say it was very consistent, but the value that I would see on here is not consistent with any other tracker that I've seen. Also, the treadmills that I run on, you can actually check your heart rate by placing your hand on the sensor, and this was at least 10 to 15 beats lower. This is a little weird, I don't know. So yeah, and then with doing strength training, tracking via the Google Fit, there was just a huge, there was a discrepancy in the way that this was monitoring my heart rate. Like I was working out and it said that my heart rate was like at 80 something beats per minute, which is, whenever I'm working out, I'm at least above 115 to 130, 140, depending on how intense I'm going. But just for standard lifts, that's usually where I'm at. With every other watch, even the chest strap monitor that I've had, those are the figures. This was, like I said, 87. So I don't know why that was so. The only thing that tells me is that this heart rate monitor is not good. And so things that I like about the watch, the look, it looks great, like that huge watch face. Also, you can navigate the watch not only with touchscreen like this by swiping. Sorry, so it's locked. So you can swipe up like this, and then you can also use this to swipe up, which is cool. So I like the fact that you can do that. I like the way it looks aesthetically, and I like this chart. So it does have the little pogo. Sorry, let's see if this will autofocus here. Sorry, so it has this little charging pogo pin. This is this dock. I got it from Etsy. I'll throw the link in the description if you guys are interested in seeing it. So this is how it charges, which is, it's relatively wireless. The closest thing you'll get to wireless apart from the Fossil watches. Actually, the newest Fossil Gen 4 also charges this way. Good thing is that it does charge fast. So you could, you know, take a shower, you throw this on the charger, and you could be up by like 30-40% relatively quickly, which is good. So looks great, charges fast. I like the mechanism for charging. It's not true wireless, but hey, I get it, I understand. And that's pretty much about everything that I like about this watch. The operating system is trash. Wear OS has just it's been stagnant. They've been pushing updates, but they've been meaningless updates. Like, it's just so laggy. The first time that I set this up, I tried to search on the Play Store, and I couldn't with my voice. Every time I would hit the microphone, it would just kick out. No idea why that was so. I had to reset the device and redo that again. And when I did that, it began to work. That's me turning to this just to show you guys how that works. Applications are really laggy when I was working out using the Google Fit like this. Like, I tap Play Store and I don't know why. Like, what's going on here? Like, why? I don't understand why it moves so slow. This is using the last generation processor. Okay, so that's fine. But I mean, if you guys want, I can do a review on the new Fossil Sport, which is one of the only ones currently using the new Wear OS operating system. I'm sorry, the new Android Wear or Qualcomm Wear Snapdragon. I forget the exact name of it, but it's supposed to be a little bit faster. But from what I've seen, it's not that much faster. But it's just, it lags out. Like the tilt. Let's see if I can show you guys this from behind the camera. It's a little difficult, but like tilt, when you tilt your wrist to raise, that takes like an extra second, really slow. So let's see. Like that, like, I don't understand why that takes so long. It should be a lot more fluid. That's slow. Like I said, working out when I tilt to raise. So imagine that delay. And then there's like an additional 1 second where the heart rate will just show dashes, and then the heart rate will pick up like another 3 seconds after that. Just really laggy, man. I'm so disappointed in Wear OS. Google really needs to up the ante there, man. I don't know why. A couple years ago, Wear OS was awesome because I guess some of the things that it lacked it was understandable. Like with the Polar M600, it was great. There was next to no lag. You know, it was a newer, I guess you could say maybe it was a lighter operating system. It tracked workouts fine. My workouts that I was tracking with the Polar M600 were directly through the Polar application, so that also probably had something to do with it. Also, Wear OS doesn't have built-in sleep tracking, and you could say, oh, well, you know, Apple Watch doesn't have that built in either. There's a third-party app you have to download. True. The only one that I was able to find on Wear OS is called Sleep. It's like Sleep as Tracking or something like that. It's really in-depth. It has a lot of information, especially if you purchase like the add-on or whatever. I think it was like $5, so you get more information. Really, really in-depth. However, it's still something that you have to start from the watch. So you still have to track it from the watch. Every other fitness tracker that I've used, you just go to sleep and it knows that you're asleep and it tracks it. Like, this is an added step where you have to go in, turn on sleep tracking and track it. This is the only time I've ever had to deal with something like that. Never on the Apple Watch, never with the Samsung Galaxy Watch. It has it built in natively. Never with the Fitbit Ionic or the Fitbit Versa. Only with Wear OS you have that. And then the Google Fit app in general is just not as intuitive as things are on the, you know, other things that I can compare them to, like Fitbit's app, Polar's app, the Samsung Health, S Health, Apple Health. It's not the same, man. Sorry if I'm beating this, and you can, so with this you can swipe to the right. Oh, sorry if I'm beating this watch down or the operating system, but Google really needs to step things up. I'm highly disappointed. So here, they do have the rings, which is cool. So it's very Apple Health or Apple Watch reminiscent, which I don't have a problem with. You know, I like the fact that they're integrating this, and you tap this, and then you can go down. It'll give you a little bit more breakdown of information, tell you how many steps you ran so far. You can check your heart rate. It'll show your heart rate throughout the day. Cool. And then what your heart rate is now. Read heart rate. I think it's gonna read it. It says optically based, so it should read it through my finger. I will say, like, just resting heart rate just throughout the day, like when I randomly check it, It's relatively accurate to what I've seen, but there's no consistent or continuous heart rate monitoring either, which is a bummer. So I guess it's not going to read it unless I put it on my wrist. So I'll put it on my wrist to give it a fair chance so you guys can see. But I wish that there was continuous heart rate monitoring, but you don't have that. It like checks it every 10 to 20 minutes. And the fact that it checks it every, okay, so let's go read heart rate. The fact that it checks it every 10 to 20 minutes, and it's not continuous, you would think that it would have better battery life. But so that was a fairly fast reading. It's probably relatively accurate. I said 71. I'll put on the Fitbit Ionic right now so you guys can see if that's accurate. But yeah, so it doesn't have continuous heart rate monitoring. I don't know why I guess Wear OS drains the battery as much as it does. You're only gonna get a day, like not even a full day's use if you work out. You're definitely gonna have to put this, and that's something that I'm not used to doing, especially even with the Galaxy Watch. Didn't have to do that with the Fitbit Versa. So let's see, that one said 71. Oh, it's already reading, it says 63. So the Vapor, Misfit Vapor is a little bit higher, which tells me it's just not as accurate, which I feel fairly confident in saying that that's true. So Wear OS is just a battery drain. You're gonna have to charge it. If you work out, you're gonna have to charge it while you're in the shower or something like that, while you're prepping, get ready for work, and then you can put it back on, and then it will charge. It'll last you the rest of the day. But not a fan of that, especially using all these other fitness trackers where they're lasting 4 to 5 days minimum. You know, easy. So yeah, so again, things that I like, just to round it up, I like the way it looks aesthetically. I like the wireless charging capability. This does have Android Pay, or I think it's Google Pay now. I didn't use it because I use Samsung Pay, and I didn't want to add my credit card information, but it does have NFC. It works. I mean, that's not really something I need to test because you can't really mess that up. You do have to add the card individually on here. It won't just sync over if you have it on your phone. It does have standalone GPS as well. That's also going to be a huge hit on your battery life. Definitely. Like if you're running for more than an hour, I don't think you can get past an hour. So maybe like short runs, like maybe 5Ks or something like that, it works fine. You also can stream music with Google Play Music, but Google's integration with Play Music has been nothing. It's just stepped down from when it first launched. You essentially could sync the music directly from your phone to your watch. They removed that capability, and you have to sync everything directly from the watch. So you have to, I can go in here and show you guys really quickly. So you go on here, locks every time I take it off the wrist. You have to go in here, you open up Google Play Music. Sorry guys. Probably be easier if I did this from, let me just do it like this. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, so I realized when I reset the watch, because like I said earlier, the microphone wasn't working for some reason. When I would try to search for things in the Play Store, I forgot to re-download Google Play Music. So I'm downloading that now in the background. So really quickly, I wanted to show you guys, I think I showed you when you swipe from the bottom. Okay, I don't know why I didn't register that, but when you swipe from the bottom, this is your notifications and everything that you have going on. Cool, to show all of that. And then when you swipe from the left, this is your Google Now, which is cool. And the microphone is hit or miss. I would say 90% of the time it's good, but sometimes it doesn't. Like, I tapped the microphone and the screen went off. See, I'm showing you guys. This is live on camera. I'm not going to redo this. Super laggy. What's the weather like in Massachusetts? Yep, so look at that lag. So there you go. Not making this up if you guys thought I was. And I already showed you guys when you swipe from the right, it'll have your Google Fit. You swipe down, this is just your settings, right? I think No, installing Google Play Music. So maybe that had something to do with it because it's installing an app. But I mean, installing one application and you get lag like that. I don't know. I want to exit something else just to see, to make sure that that's not what it was. But also to show you guys that, look how long it's taken to download this and install it. It's just really slow, man. I know it probably feels like I'm beating down Wear OS, but Google, you guys need to do better. You're Google, right? I mean, it makes no sense. And I really want this to be better because I really want, competition is good. And if Apple and Samsung are able to deliver this, and even, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the more that I've been using the Fitbit Ionic, the more I'm making sort of jumps to saying, well, maybe all I really need is the fitness tracker that shows me notifications and I just respond to them on my phone. Because sometimes these operating systems, they get too complicated in trying to do certain things, and it's a lackluster user experience. So let's see, is it still installing that? Okay, so let me just try this one more time. Let's see. What's the weather like in San Diego, California? Okay, so that was better here. So maybe it was just because it was installing that application. We'll do another one. How old is LeBron James? Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so maybe it was just because we're installing that. So let's go back, and I want to show you guys Google Play Music right here. It's successfully installed. Open. And you see, like right now, I can't. I hate the speed. So, basically what I wanted to show you guys is, okay. Hold on a second. Sorry guys. So I wanted to try and show you guys exactly how the process goes when using Google Play Music on the watch, but it's just not worth it. Essentially, you can open up the application, you log in, and then you can select playlists, albums, and things like that to download. But for some reason, there's discontinuity between the phone and the watch. So I may go to my recents and it may show something that I played recently that I played like months ago. And I don't know why it's showing up here on Google Play Music that I played it recently. It should show the music that I've been listening to like today, but it doesn't. Then the download process for the music takes forever via Wi-Fi. Cool. Then once you actually go and once you have the music downloaded and you can stream it via Bluetooth, it works fine. But the application itself is just so horrendous to use, and the user experience is so bad. I mean, in comparison to even like Apple Music on the Apple Watch, where you could just download the music from the phone. So you essentially select the music that you want to be downloaded from the phone, and then when you put the phone on the charger, it'll download. That's a better user experience to me. Yeah, it sucks that I can only do it that way, but then I know once I put it on the charger, it'll download everything that needs to be done. Then when I pick it up, I'm good to go. With this, it's like hit or miss. Sometimes it'll say the music is downloaded and it isn't, and it takes a really long time to download the music, and I don't know why. So yeah, so overall, I really can't co-sign this. I'm gonna be returning this to Misfit Vapor 2. Really wanted this to be a good watch. I don't know, maybe Google has something up its sleeve, because it did purchase something from Fossil a couple months ago, so maybe they'll release their own Wear OS, but I have very low expectations. This operating system, beautiful hardware in terms of aesthetics, hindered by a horrible, or not horrible, but lackluster optical heart rate monitor and a horrible operating system. Really expected things to do better. So this is Max Tech Toy Box. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have this watch? Is it work fine for you? What questions do you have? What are your concerns? Do you like Wear OS? Right now, do you like the current state of Wear OS? I don't. I really hope that they can get things together and make things a bit more user friendly. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.